Our new intro.
Your new intro. That's so cheesy.
It's pretty cheesy. That's okay.
So cheesy.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Life with Tony and Jennifer. Can I say Jennifer?
You did say Jennifer.
I can say Jennifer.
I know, but
Real Life
it's
with Tony and Jen. All right, that's what it's called on the YouTube channel. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, hit that little bell so you get notifications. Comment, share if you think it's relevant. If you think the video we're about to talk about could help someone, please share it with them. What's the title tonight?
Walking on eggshells.
Why are you leaning in?
I don't know.
Walking on eggshells and why it sucks in a marriage. Because it doesn't suck.
It's not just in a marriage. I think it's with anything.
You're right,
Even if you have friends and you got to walk on eggshells
walking
around
on
them.
eggshells. I hope you guys are familiar. You guys familiar with this term, walking on eggshells? Yeah, walking on eggshells, man, is just not a way to go through life.
Not at all.
In any relationship, especially a marriage. So we're going to tell you really mine.
Well, you're going to tell it.
My story about when I used to walk on eggshells. And
With me?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a sea of eggshells that I had to tiptoe around. I don't do it anymore. And before we get started, let me go ahead and say this again, that the main reason why we decided to do this is because we said, you know what? If we two, I would say, somewhat dysfunctional people.
Absolutely dysfunctional.
100%. I mean, Jen grew up as an only child until you were...
A very rebellious only child.
Only child. Your mom, you didn't have a father in your life until you were 16. Mm-hmm. And that didn't, I mean, he was a great person, but didn't really help.
I had a child at 17.
Yeah.
That explains how rebellious and crazy I was.
Right. And then my image of a marriage, I love my parents to death. They did the best they can. The best they could. Yeah, they did the best they could. Not, in my personal opinion, and this is nothing, I'm not trying to be, negative towards my parents, but the marriage was just no bueno. Not something. It made me want to do the complete opposite. So anyway, that's why, we're coming to you guys with these videos because we just have a passion to help people. Because if we can make it, man, I think anyone can make it if we can make it. Because we've been through some crap. We've done some stupid crap. We've been just, we got 22 years. We have actually, it's funny, I say 22 years all the time, but I have known Jennifer. We started dating when Jennifer, you guys, if you watch any other videos, I met Jennifer when she was 19. She's going to be 49. So we're going on 30 years of knowing each other, married for 22 and a half at this point, year and a half. Separated.
Yeah, but you're saying knowing each other as if we were just friends. No, we were dating.
Yeah.
We dated that entire time.
We did. We just took a year and a half off.
Right.
Yeah. So other than a year and a half, it's 30 years. Oh yeah, I forgot how long we dated for. It was
a long time.
A long time. Wow. Well, I wanted to make sure. Anyway, back to eggshells and why they suck and why you shouldn't walk on them ever. So this was a issue in our marriage for quite some time, actually, until one day I just I had enough, and I came to the realization that this is not going to work if I continue on this path of walking on eggshells. I am a very, almost to a fault, honest person. I was told by a good friend of mine, Mike Larkin, one time, not everybody wants to hear the truth all the time, Tony. He literally said that to me, and I was like, they don't? And he's like, no, they don't.
They want to be lied to?
That's why people just, I was just that guy. I think, whether or not you were asking me for advice, I was giving it to you.
You've gotten better.
Gotten better. Pick and choose my battles. But so I've always been that way. So that's why it didn't work. It wasn't working. I just knew it wasn't working. So I came home from work one day. I pulled up in the driveway. I remember the day like it was yesterday. I pulled up in the driveway. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to tell my wife exactly how I feel. And I don't care how upset she gets, because that was what she used to do. So kind of, tell them what you would do, like if I came to you with a complaint.
Well, I guess I would get upset about his complaint, and then I would get mad at him for complaining about me or whatever
Right.
it is.
She would get mad at me for being mad at her, and this went on for quite some time. I mean, if I think about it, it just didn't come to a head until one day I just said, I'm not gonna do it. So I walked in the house and I said, listen, we're either gonna deal with these issues that I'm having with you, or, and I admit it, I broke a promise. This is how desperate I was. I broke a promise because we both promised we would never use the divorce word. And that's where I was. That's how frustrated I was that I broke that rule, broke that promise. And I said, listen, if we're not going to work this stuff out, we're not going to talk about the things, if you're just going to get mad at me for getting mad at you, we're just going to get divorced. We can split everything and go our separate ways. Oh, trust me, that took a lot. Because I wasn't sure which way it was going to go. She could have said, okay, well, just get divorced. We, at the time, we had a house that was paid for. It would have been, we could have did that. Mm-hmm. But her reaction was, you were upset. She doesn't really remember it. She just admitted to me that earlier. She kind of doesn't remember the conversation. This could be
I have forgotten things.
Could be a COVID thing.
From having COVID, unfortunately. Yeah. Like, I know the story, but I just don't remember. I don't remember that event.
Yeah. Well, thankfully I do. I remember the story. So basically I walked in and that's what I said. I said, listen, we're going to work this out, or we're going to talk about the things that are bothering both of us, or we're just going to get divorced and go our separate ways. So obviously we didn't divorce and go our separate ways. We, from that day forward, our relationship shifted. What was that terrible noise? Do you hear that? Is that a phone ringing? That was weird. That was like a phone ringing or something in the background.
It was.
So that's the day this is real life with Tony and Jen. Things happen. That's the day a shift, a really good shift. And we, from that day forward, I would have to say we've been pretty, I'm not even going to say pretty, we've been damn honest. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the major reasons why we have made it this far. And relatively speaking, we think, I guess it's all relative, but we think we have a good marriage. We're not perfect. We don't ever want to come off on here as perfect. We're not therapists. We're not counselors. We don't have degrees in psychology.
We still have issues.
Why are you leaning in it? What do you?
Oh.
We still have issues. You don't have to. You don't have to. I don't think you have to do that. They can hear us. But we just know what has worked for us. That has helped us last this long. And one of them is, we've just become brutally honest. Mm-hmm. Walking on eggshells, man.
It's not healthy. It's not good. It's just,
it's
going to make the other person so resentful that
100%.
They can't discuss or talk about the things that need to be talked about. It's just, it's a recipe for disaster, not just in a marriage, but with friendships and whatever.
I 100% agree with you on that. And I'll give you an example. And this is just one random thing. I was at work one day and there was a lady she doesn't work there anymore. She only worked there for a short period of time, and maybe this is why this happened, so I could maybe use it as an example one day. And I felt that I could see something in her eyes. I could see something was going on. And my wife will tell you, I'll compliment people, or I'll ask people, hey, how's your day going, when I can sense that. And I said, you know what? I felt that she needed to hear this, and I was being genuine. I said, you look really nice today. And she turned to me, and she said to me, you have no idea how much I needed to hear that My husband just left me after 20 years, and we had the perfect marriage. And I'm in my head, I'm thinking, no, you didn't. You didn't have the perfect marriage. You probably, and I'm speculating, you probably had a marriage where you guys never talked about anything. You probably never had any arguments because your husband was probably afraid to talk to you.
Right. Nobody is married for 20 years and just wakes up and says, I'm just going to leave because I'm so happy and everything's great.
Right. I'm speculating.
Right, but that doesn't happen. Nobody that's in a perfect, wonderful relationship is just going to get up and leave that for no reason.
We've known some individuals that swear they never fight. They never have any disagreements. And I'm not saying it can't happen, but I personally don't see how that can be a healthy, honest marriage. If you're completely honest with your partner, you're going to have some disagreements. You're going to have some arguments. We just had a disagreement the other night.
We sure did.
Why are you saying it like that? You were the one that was
mean.
Yeah.
I was mean. I was very mean to my husband.
Well, you weren't very mean.
No, I could tell I was mean.
Now the truth's coming out.
That's because Tony likes to, when we're watching, first off, I hate watching TV with my husband, and he knows this.
We watch a lot of TV together.
But you can never watch anything with him without him pointing out something in every episode, how unrealistic this is. This isn't how it happens, and this and this and that, and it's so flipping annoying.
How do they go that long without eating and showering and pooping?
Like, oh, nobody has a television from the 1950s in their 2023, current.
Like, who's doing that?
Just stupid stuff like that. Anyway, so I snapped at him.
Yeah.
And
she's right.
And
I gotta shut my mouth.
I was so mad because I was just so sick of hearing it. I yelled at him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "You're so mean."
No. I got up from the couch and I said, "You are so effing mean." And I stared into her soul.
He didn't say the F word, but he said effing.
Yeah.
And he looked at and I'm like,
I was pissed.
I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
I was annoyed, so I didn't care. But then I did apologize. I texted him.
Well, hold on. So you just don't jump into the apology.
Oh, whoa.
We're giving an example of how it's changed. How back in the day, you wouldn't have apologized. You would have dug your, heels in and...
Talking of apologies, I do think you owe me an apology. You never apologized.
For what?
For being that way.
Oh.
For interrupting my pleasant movie watching.
I'm going to do my best.
Thank you.
To keep my mouth shut during these stupid scenes that don't make any sense.
Oh, I'm not the only one it annoys. Trust me.
I know. I got to do better. Or just watch stuff by myself and just talk to myself. One or the other. But anyway, so she realized that she was being mean, and
I texted him and I apologized.
And she apologized, and I said okay, and it was over. And we went to bed that night, and everything was fine. So walking on eggshells, man. If any of you guys listen again, the purpose of this video is if there's someone watching, or if you know someone, if you know of a couple where one of the spouses is constantly walking on eggshells, show them this video. Send it to them. Say, hey guys, listen to these two. The husband used to walk on eggshells, and then he came home one day and told his wife, we can just get divorced. I'm not saying that's the route that this person
Do you think more women or more men walk on eggshells?
Men.
Men? You think so?
Are you kidding me?
Huh.
You guys are emotional. You get your feelings hurt a lot easier than that.
It's very hard to hurt my feelings.
Now it is.
It is. That is one thing about me. I am very tough.
I'll give you an example how I can't hurt her feelings really anymore. I can't deal with the mom jeans. They don't look good on her.
I don't even care.
I know, but it's me trying to help you. I mean, it's just
Who are you trying to help? You don't like them on me because you don't like the way my butt looks.
No. And you have such a great butt.
Hold on. So you want my butt to look nice for everybody else? I'm not worried about what everybody else thinks of my butt.
No, of course I don't want you to. No. But you have such a nice butt. Just, you're not doing it any favors by wearing those baggy.
They're comfortable.
Okay, well, that's fine. Anyway,
He's going to talk about my jeans, and I'm dealing with this.
this beautiful white beard. What are you dealing with? You're with me. She's with me when we're out in public, and I get compliments all the time. Don't I? Tell the truth.
He does.
I do. I get compliments all the time. I'm trying to. I used to play with it in prior videos, but anyway, guys, that's where we're at. This is part of the reason why we've made it this long. There's some other reasons too. We'll save those for some other videos, but we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna keep this one short tonight. So remember, man, don't be walking on no eggshells.
No, you got to talk. You have to talk, and if you can't,
We did do a video on talking.
Go to counseling.
Get some counseling.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Work through it.
Don't walk on eggshells. All right. Anything else you want to add to that?
Nope.
We good?
We good.
All right, sweet. Listen, we love you guys. So does Jesus. Peace out. We're going to play a little music here. Hold on, let me hit
Oh,
this.
by the way,
What?
thanks for apologizing.
You're welcome. Yeah.
You're so cheesy.